Afternoon, ma'am.
Good afternoon. I see some few students have taken the class last semester. Am I right? Amrita, few students are there. Yes, okay. Okay, fine. Yeah, Saksham, Amrita, Saksham, few students have handled the class. Okay, good. So how are you all?
Good, ma'am.
Good. Okay. Okay, fine. So now this class, this is the first class, right? So now in this class, I'll be telling you about how the semester will be going on, how the evaluation process, everything for this particular course will be going on, and then we'll start with the syllabus. So let me share the file. Okay. So I hope this is visible to you all, right?
Yes,
This
ma'am.
slide. Yeah. Okay. Thank you. So now, um, the cyber security is the course. Okay, before that, myself, Mary Mehala. My name is Mary Mehala. So few students know about me. Okay, and the course which I'm going to handle is cyber security, CSE 4003. Okay, so now in this course, what is the objective of this particular course is that by the name itself, you know, cyber security, some kind of security we are going to learn, isn't it? Some kind of algorithms, all those things we are going to learn. So the main objective of the course is that we should know about the concepts of some cryptographic techniques. And I hope that you might have learned some networking concepts there. You might have learned few cryptographic techniques and all. So here we are going to see what is meant by cyber security. So as an objective, you will learn about most of the cryptographic techniques, and then you will come to know about what is meant by cyber threat and what is meant by cyber crime, and most of the what are the policies other organizations are using it, and what are the authentication processes we have to understand it. So all these things are the objectives of your course, and as an outcome for the students, they will be able to handle some of the threats, means they will be able to implement. Since you have a J component, you will be doing some projects also related to it, some few some algorithms you will be implementing it. So for some whatever the concepts you are learning it in this particular course, that you will be implementing it like a real-time application. So in such a way you will come up like how you can handle all those threats. So that will be the main outcome of this course. And also you can see the first concept like fundamental mathematical concepts related to security. So that is the first outcome they have given it. Why? Because like when you wanted to learn about some of the cryptographic techniques, you should have the knowledge of mathematical concepts, fundamental mathematical concepts also. So in that way we will be learning few concepts, so that's why you will come to know the fundamentals of it. And apart from that, you will realize what is the cyber threat, what is meant by this, what is meant by the attacks. So all these things you'll be learning it. This will be the outcomes of the course, and this is your syllabus. So if you see here, the module 2, module 3, if you see, it is mainly related to the algorithms. Okay, most of the algorithms for like some cryptographic algorithm, encryption, decryption algorithms, you'll be having it in this second module and third module. So to understand these things, we have to learn some of the fundamentals, the mathematical fundamentals we should know. So that is given as the first module here as introduction to number theory. So this actually for number theory, there are so many basics are there for cryptography. Otherwise, for this cyber security, like what kind of algorithm, these basic mathematical fundamentals we should learn. So those things are given here, so that you have to go through it. Right. Apart from that, module 4, 5, and 6, it is about like you will be come to know about the what is meant by cyber crimes, what are the different types of cyber threats are there, or different attacks, cyber attacks are there. So those different techniques you will be learning it in the fifth module. Okay, and then it is about the cyber security policies, what the other organizations are following it. Those things will be there in the module 6. So if you see like implementation part and means for your J component also, most of the topics you can select it from this module 5, and the algorithms whatever you wanted, you can select it from module 2 and module 3. So in such a way you can select the topics and then you can go ahead for the J component process. Okay, so this is how your syllabus is framed, and this is the evaluation pattern. Like we know cat 1 and cat 2, we used to have it in Code Tandra, and digital assignment will be there. So we can have I'll give you the questions like real time scenario kind of questions. We can have it as a digital assignment, and you'll be having two quiz. The quiz 1 and quiz 2 will be there, and then fat you'll be most probably, if it is through online, you'll be doing it in Code Tandra as like the previous semester. So we'll see how it goes on, right? So this is about the evaluation pattern, and these are the rubrics, digital assignment rubrics it is given, and you can go through it. So we have to show some variations in the digital assignment what you are submitting it, so that you can do it. So the rubrics I'll be uploading it in the VTop. You can just go through it, and this is about the J component. Actually, we don't have for this particular course, we have the J component, right? So for the J component, you have three reviews. It is, we know the mark splits, isn't it? 20, 30, and 50. So here for the J component, you will be given, means the first review will be taken after the first week of Cat 1. Once the Cat 1 exam is over, the first week you will be having the first review, and in the second review will be after Cat 2, the first week, and the third review will be in the last instructional week. Okay, so this you have to you should, I'll give you the date before itself, and also I will tell you what are things you have to complete it for Cat 1 and Cat 2. I'll give the instruction accordingly. Um, you can prepare it. Okay, and I have given a form over here. So in this form, you have to form the group of members in your team. So I have given this for cyber security. You have to form the group, and I think I have given the deadline. Yeah, 15/8/2021. So this is the deadline I have given it. So this particular form. So listen carefully. This particular form, I'll be uploading it in VTop. Okay, in VTop separately, I'll be uploading it in J component. Okay, there only I will upload it, not in the theory component. So in J component, this form I will upload it, download the form, and fill the team members over here. Okay, in a team you can have 5 members, right? So after filling the details, your register number and name, and here you have to give your title of your project, what you are going to do with. Okay, and then you have to give a small abstract. Small abstract you're going to do it, and in addition to that, you can tell in this itself like what language, means what programming language you're going to use it for implementation. If you know it well in advance, you can do it, or if you wanted to, or I'll give you some instruction how you can proceed with this. So with the help of that, you can start with your project, or otherwise if you wanted to do some kind of survey, and you can just go through it, and then finally during review one also you can tell me what kind of programming language you are using it for implementation purpose. Okay, so this is what I wanted in this particular form, and this form should be sent in my mail. Okay, so one student from a team can send mail to me, so please send it. So this carries marks. So when I'm giving the review one marks, there I will be I'll be having the marks for this particular form. So no student should forget about this particular form. This is for the proof when we are asked to submit. So this guy will be submitting it. So only for that purpose I'm asking it. So you have to fill the form, write the abstract, what you're going to do with, actually what is the problem, what type of cyber attack it is, and what you're going to do with over there. That particular abstract you have to give it in this particular place, and then you have to send it as a mail. Okay. In addition to that, this link, the Google Sheet link I have loaded, I have created same. Some students, those who were there in the IWP class in the last semester, they know it. So the same. Okay. Just you just give it the number. I hope this is visible. So you give your register number and then the name, and then give the title of the project. Here what you have to do means the team members, any one student can fill all these details, or otherwise you itself you fill it here. Don't fill more than once, multiple times don't fill the form. Okay, as in this student from a team, you can fill all the members register number and their name, and you can give your title of the project. Okay, so this also you can do it before 15 days. So both the things should be done, the form submission as well as this Google form. So this link also, Google Sheet link also is available in the form. So kindly go through it and then you have to upload it. This, are you clear, all the students?
Yes, ma'am, clear.
Yeah. So please do this one. Um, those who are submitting, means those who are giving the filling the Google Sheets, only for those students I'll be conducting the reviews. So please have that in your mind. Okay, using that particular Google Sheet only I will start taking the reviews. So that you please be careful and you have to do it. Okay, and members you can decide it, totally 5 students in a team. Okay, right. Next one, apart from this, yeah, I
Can
have given some instruction. Yeah,
ma'am, is it necessary to have a team of either 4 or 5 members? Can we do it with 3 members if you allow?
yeah, you can do it.
Okay, thanks a lot, ma'am.
Yeah, I have
So, ma'am,
given
is the
maximum of 5
maximum limit
students.
5?
Yeah,
Okay.
maximum of 5 members. Okay, so it doesn't mean all 5 members should be there, maximum of 5 members. So you can have any, if you wanted to do it as a single person also you can do it, no issues. Okay. Okay.
Okay, ma'am.
In this J component project, so I have given some instructions over here. So here you can have maximum of 5 members. Then finally, what you have to do means the first step when you start working with a project, you have to go through with abstract. You will be writing it later. It will get changed. Okay, about your project. Then what you have to do, you have to go with some kind of literature survey. Means related to your work, what are the work they have proposed, that you can go through in the other journals and you can just make a study of it, because finally you have to prepare it as a draft. Okay, so I'll tell you what are the headings should be there in the paper, means how you have to prepare it. All these instructions I'll give you now and then, so you no need to worry about it, right? Because it is similar to the report what you will make it, and the work what you are doing it. Only one extra thing what you will be doing is that some related to this, for example, like a password attack is there. So related to that, what type of other in which applications what they have done it, what kind of algorithms they have used it. So similar to that, you will be searching it in the research paper, and you have to make a note of. That's it. Okay. So this will be the extra work. Apart from that, you can give your proposed work. I'll give you the topics in such a way you have to prepare it. And please don't have this work at the end of the semester. Okay. Because I think, yeah, here I have given the rubrics. So here, and that is one work you have to do it. So this is about the J component rubrics. So I have given upload the report. They have split the marks as 5 and 10. Okay, so before the review means like when you are going to give the review, that is, this is for the final review I'm talking about. When you are going to give the presentation, final presentation, before that you have to upload the report and then you have to give the presentation. So that is the first one, right? Suppose there will be some 2 or 3 students will not be ready with their report, right? So if you are submitting it after the review, then your marks will be reduced for that report, right? And then next one is like objective of the project. So objective of the project should be given clearly, and the next one is what is the method you are using it, like what are the algorithms you are using it, and then the flow of the data flow, that is the method step by step process you have to give, and in results and discussion you have to give a proper result, how it works, what is your input, actually what happened over there, what was the algorithm, and finally you are getting the result, right? So about that result you have to give a clear discussion. Okay, so that you have to write it over here. And then the paper conversion. So suppose after converting it to a paper, and if you have communicated to a journal, if it got accepted, because published we cannot expect, within these months. So if it got accepted, we'll see how it goes on. So if it got accepted, you can you will get marks. The 10 marks you'll get it. Suppose if you have communicated to a particular journal, then you will be scoring 5 marks. But this I have written now like this, but it may change, depends upon the situations. Okay, so if you have not done it, that particular mark you won't get it. Okay, so I'll be telling you, means these things I'll be converting it later. Right, so that's it about the J component project. So is it okay, or you have any doubt in J component?
Ma'am,
Yeah.
ma'am, can you give us any specific like example? What can we do for the project?
Yeah, I can give it. So here, like, if you see some of the examples, like we can see, like in cryptography, you will learn, that is in the second module, you will be learning some cryptographic algorithms. For example, Caesar cipher is there. Okay, so how to break that Caesar cipher? So that can be a project. I mean, so that can be a small work. Okay, and then if you wanted to analyze, means for some kind of traffic analyzing, or otherwise we'll call it as packet sniffing. Okay, so that can be in another one project. And another one is like keylogger. Keylogger, in the sense, it is a kind of software. If you install it over there, when the person, the attacker, he can it means I am there, means in my system, if it is installed, so the attacker can sniff the data, whatever the information, whatever I am typing it over here, the attacker will be able to capture what key I am typing it. Okay, so in such a way he can crack the informations, like passwords he can retrieve it. So such kind of projects you can do it. So this is few examples I have given, and in the J component, the list of projects I'll be uploading it. It doesn't mean that you have to do that only. Those are the sample projects. I'll be list of projects I'll give. Minimum some 10 to 10 projects I'll be giving it. You can go through it and then you can take it. You'll get some idea. Okay, and got it what I'm telling?
Yes, ma'am.
And apart from that, what are the programming languages we can use it for this kind of cyber security project? Is that like you might be know about C and C++, isn't it? Right, C and C++ languages you have learned it, right? So you can use those. Mainly it is used for most of the means for malware attacks and all. If you know C and C++, you'll be able to do some codings, means for do the projects for cyber security. Or otherwise you can take, you have learned Python, isn't it? So Python is also object oriented high level programming language, isn't it? So that Python language, it has lot of libraries over there. Okay, so you can go through the modules. There are inbuilt functions for cyber security itself using that Python language. So what you can do, you can implement this cyber security projects. And apart from that, yeah, you can go with some JavaScript coding. So you might have learned JavaScript. Actually, it is a very powerful language, JavaScript. So if you know about JavaScript, also you can implement some kind of cyber security projects. So it also has some lot of libraries, I think it has. So using that also you can implement the cybersecurity projects. And then yeah, PHP, it is a server-side programming language, isn't it? It is mainly used for developing the websites, isn't it? So if you learn that PHP, you'll be means this will you will be able to know how to defend the intruders and all. So using that PHP also, you can do the cyber security projects and all. So means using JavaScript will enable you to design secure websites and some user interfaces and all. So you can use this PHP, JavaScript, C and C++. You can use it. And what else I told? C and C++. PHP, JavaScript, and Python. Yeah, Python also. It is also a very powerful language, right? So using these languages, you can implement these cyber security projects. Okay, so make a note of it. Maybe I will prepare a note and then I will upload it in your post page. So you'll get a clear idea. Right? How many students are there now? Let me see. Yeah, totally 62 students are there. So I'll prepare it and then I will be uploading it in the VTalk. So you'll get this idea. You just go through the topics of cyber security project topics, and then you can finalize the topic. Okay, members also you finalize the topic also you can finalize it. Got it? Okay.
Okay, ma'am.
Then related to which. Okay. Okay, and before entering into the course, like I will be just telling you about the introduction about cyber security, and then we'll go with the first module. Okay, so here when we talk about cyber security, means the word cyber security or otherwise a cyber attack or hacking. Normally, we think about the big organization, isn't it? But actually, it is the device whichever is a part of network such as laptop, mobile devices, etc., which is vulnerable to the cyber attacks. Am I right? So this is what will come into our mind, isn't it? So it is related to all the. So here, what we are going to see means we are going to see what is cyber security, and then we are going to see like why it is needed. Okay, these things first you should know that. So when you talk about cyber security, just think, see, we can divide this term as cyber and then the security. Right. So what do you mean by cyber? Cyber means it is related to some of the technologies like computers, data, then servers, networks, all these things. So security means we are going to provide some kind of protection, isn't it? So means it is a state of being free from ODs. So combinedly, we can tell we are going to provide, or otherwise we are going to protect. So protection of computers and other technological devices like computer, network, and data servers. So that protection we are going to give it, right? So this, like this, we can give a good definition for cybersecurity. So in other way, if you want to tell, it's a process or design or technology that is designed to protect networks and networking devices from attack, damage, or unauthorized access. So this is what. So it is also known as information technology security or electronic information security. So we know what is meant by the term cyber security, isn't it? So now let us see one example for this. So one small scenario. So let us say from whom we have to protect the information. Okay. So let us see here. You are working on an IT company, and your team has got a project of your company. Okay, and you are working with that project for a month, from day and night, every day you're working, and your team leader tells you to have all the presentations and work in your personal laptop. Okay, so in your personal laptop you should have everything. So before the project presentation, so now we are ready with your project presentation. So before the project presentation, one day means on that particular day, you are going to present it present it to your colleagues. So on that fine morning, you are receiving a mail from your close friend, right? And what you will think when you receive the mail immediately? Okay, something we have received it from our friend, isn't it? So what you will do is, there in that mail it is stating that click this link, like that a message is there. Okay, so you have also done that, you have clicked the link, and what it is telling you, all the best, like it. So just what we will think, okay, today we are going to give our presentation for the project work what we have done it. So our friend is telling all the best, like that he is giving a message, isn't it? So now after that, what happened? You are going to give the presentation. In front of your colleagues, you are going to give the presentation. So at that particular time, when he opens, means when you open the file, immediately you are getting the message is files corrupted. Okay, so you'll be very confused, isn't it? You till last night you are doing, you have prepared everything you have done it, but you don't know what happened when you are ready to show the presentation. This your files has been corrupted, and you don't know what happened over there, isn't it? Actually, what happens, this type of attack we are calling it as cyber attack. Okay, so the mail, from here you will understand that the mail which was sent to you is not from your friend, and it is from the attacker. Okay, so when you click that link, a connection will occur between your system and then the attacker, and now onwards the entire control will be with the attacker. You understand? So since it is with the attacker, and what happens after, from that time onwards, whatever the attacker wanted to take the information from your system, maybe the files whatever you have prepared it, So what they will do with, they will be selling it to the other person also, isn't it? Or some kind of password informations, everything he will be accessing, isn't it? So that will be done by the attack. So you should be very careful whenever you receive a mail from, not only from your close friend, or it may be like from your higher authority, like that some spam mails may come. So it will be forcing you to click this particular link, or you give this information, such kind of information you'll be getting. So we should be very careful which mails we have to respond it. So this is one type of example. Okay, so now because of that, what happens due to this? So we are getting a lot of things like some loss of company secret. That's what I told. The company secrets will be lost, and then some informations will be leaked. Also, like industrial espionage. Industrial espionage means a company competitor is trying to analyze the company secrets and trying to gain access to their data. Okay, so that is called industrial espionage. Or they can hold the company for ransom and ask them for money. And finally, we can say sometimes the attacker may be like some kind of criminal. So they will, that attacker, he will sell it to those informations. They will be selling it to the criminals, who can further dilute the information or misuse that information for the criminal activities. So it is very, we should be very, very confident, like to whom we are responding it, to which mail we are responding it. All these things you should be very, very careful, right? So why all these things we should be doing? Nowadays in day-to-day life we are using the internet, isn't it? Initially it was not the case, but nowadays all the informations, whatever we are doing it, like we are doing online shopping, we are ordering the food, and like medicines also, nowadays we are doing it through app, isn't it? So most of the things we are doing it over there, and mostly it will ask, like that particular app, it will ask, shall I, means for to make it easy, what those applications are asking it to save the information of your card details, isn't it? Either credit card or debit card, whatever may be, to save the details in that app. So we should not save all those details. So it may be easy for us to do the payment when we are purchasing things through online, but actually we should not do that. Okay, so we should be very careful in that. So if we are doing that, our information won't be secured. So once the attacker gets that information, immediately what happens from our account, if there are large amount of money, whatever may be, so that will be hacked, and your balance will be nil. So this is what happens because of this attack. So what we have to do, we have to provide the security. Okay, we have to provide some kind of protections to the our computer or laptop or whatever. Okay, okay. So if we are using this security for a cyber security, what kind of advantages we will be getting it? So what type of advantages we can get it? Suppose you should protect your business, like means the previous example, where we are talking about an individual where his files being accessed, what if company server got compromised, or their web application got compromised and the database got leaked out. So we should protect our business from hackers, which will result in increased productivity. Okay, so increased productivity means what happens? So the people, if it is more secure, what happens over here, the people will be very confident. So they will feel, okay, we are in a controlled environment. So they will be feeling it to share the files. If I wanted to share some information, means like to a particular person within that organization or within that particular business, I'll be very, as a customer, I'll be very free. I won't worry about the other threads and all. Okay, our informations will be confident, so he will be sharing it. So without worry, if he is working, there will be increased productivity in the business. Okay, so it leads to some customer satisfaction or customer confidence will be there. Okay, so here what happens, if if I'm going to audit myself, my client means the person who is working will feel more confident about sharing their information. Okay, so it will help me by making my applications and websites more stable and protect them from external threats, and also protect my customers or clients from cyber, because I would be holding some amount of data for my customers, and client would be holding and the client, excuse me, So what I have to do means I have to think about my organization data as well as the client data which I hold. Okay, so this is what we have to use it. So what we have to do when we are providing as a whole idea, when I'm providing the security for my organization and as well as for my customer data, the customer who is working in that particular business, they will be free from worries and they will be working with that client. And if they wanted to share any information, that also they will be sharing. Okay. So next here, whenever we talk about, just now I told you about the advantage. So whenever we talk about this cyber security, so here like for each and every organizations or whatever may be the business, so what they will do, what they will do is they will be having a what we can say, they will be having a some set of guidelines over there that should be followed. Okay, so what is that set of guidelines? That is the CIA. Right. So we will tell in cyber security, we will call the CIA as a main pillar. So what is meant by CIA means? It is C means confidentiality, I means integrity, A means availability. Okay. So combinedly, we will call it as, it is mainly used for some information security. Right, information security trial. So here these three should be achieved in this cyber security. Okay, so here it will act as a model designed to provide various companies and organizations as guidelines. Okay, now we should know what is meant by confidentiality, integrity, and availability. After that, I will give you a real-time example. Okay, so this confidentiality, what it will do means the thing is that the customer should have some confidence. Okay, so our informations are not leaked. Okay, our information, our personal informations are not leaked. So like that, one confidence the customer should get. Okay, so so that is called confidentiality. And then the integrity, if you see, it is usually protecting the information from being altered by unauthorized individuals. So that is called integrity, right? And what is meant by availability? Availability means at any time, if the user wanted to access this information, he should be very free to access it. Okay? He should be very free to access, as well as he should get the information. Sometimes in network, when you are browsing it, what happens over there? Sometimes there may be some delay, maybe so he will not be able to get those information. So this is because of, we can tell it may be because of some kind of human error or some kind of like a network problem also may be there. Okay, so in these three things we should be very means this guideline should be given to each and every organization so that they have to follow. For example, these three, that for CA triad, I'll give you one example. So let us take a ATM card. Okay, ATM machine. So now what I'm going to do means I'm going to incorporate these three triads inside this particular example. So a bank ATM that offers users access to cash. Okay, so also the bank balances also you can check, isn't it? So this will be acting as the best example for CI trial. So now what we are going to do here is the first one is confidentiality. So how it is providing this confidentiality means whenever we use this, suppose for example, if I wanted to take some amount from that ATM machine, means what we will do first, we will insert the card, isn't it? Insert the card and then we will be providing the password, isn't it? So two things we have to do, means two-factor authentication is done, isn't it? So by ensuring a two-factor authentication before allowing that access to data, isn't it, is performed over there. So this is happened in there. So what happens for the customer, otherwise the user, he is getting a confidence that okay, our bank money information data is not known to other persons. Only if I give the card, insert my card and give my password, then only I am getting the bank details. So other persons cannot retrieve it. So like that, on confidentiality, the person is getting. Okay, so here the first principle, confidentiality of the confidentiality comes under over there. Okay, and the next one is integrity, data integrity. So it is like, it's a kind of two things, like ATM machine as well as the bank software. So both the things, they will be having the softwares, ATM and bank. So here what happens is that they will be means, for example, if I wanted to transfer some money to some other person, right? I can do it. So after inserting the card, I will withdraw some money, or otherwise I'll transfer some amount to the other person, isn't it? So whatever the things I'm doing it, or whatever the actions I'm doing it, it will be reflected in the bank also, isn't it? So it is a connection between ATM and bank, as well as it will be added all those informations, whatever the thing I'm doing it in using that particular time, that will be updated in your bank account also. That is the user's account, bank account, it will be updated, right? So that we are calling it as data integrity. Okay. Also, you can see this is the second principle. When you talk about the third one, that is availability, isn't it? So in that availability, when you see ATM machine, we know whenever we want, every time it will be open, isn't it? Every time it will be open. So whenever you wanted to withdraw some amount, or you want to transfer some amount, you can go to a public place and you can do whatever you want. Okay, so it is available also. So this ATM example means the ATM machine. This is acting as a good example for this CAI trial. Okay, so this is about the basic idea. So about cyber security. So here, I think it's time. So here, I'll be continuing with the next class. Okay. So we will start. I have not yet started the syllabus. I have just given the basic idea of cyber security only. I'll be starting it from the next class. Okay. 1 second. If you have any doubt, you can ask me. Whatever I told today. Anybody is having doubt?
For the project,
Yes.
forming the teams or should we?
It's not audible.
I'm asking for the project component.
Ansh Goel, can you call me, because it's not audible? Your voice is very low.
Uh,
Okay. I'll
is
share
it
my
audible?
number.
Okay, ma'am. Okay, sure, ma'am.
So this is my contact number. I have shared it in the chat window. You can just go call me. Okay. Other students, any doubt? You can please raise your hand, or you can leave the session.
Thank you, ma'am.
Oh, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.